Hey guys, welcome back. Today on The Untidy Artist, we're making a beautiful little princess fairy doll. I got this idea when I was doing a tutorial for a princess crown for a little girl, and I just thought this would be darling on a fairy doll. So let's grab some supplies and get started. The first thing you'll need is a basic fairy doll body. Now, I'm going to refer you back to my basic fairy doll tutorial. If you're new to fairy dolls with me, click on this tutorial. It will take you through step-by-step instructions on how to take a wooden bead, a piece of floral wire, and some embroidery floss, and twist it into this cute little fairy. Now, in this video, I show you detailed instructions on how to do this. I also dress my doll. In this video, I'll teach you how to do that, and I've just picked out a really pretty pink that will match the flower that we're using for her dress. So then you'll need a flower. I picked out this nice big, it's like a 7 or 8 inch flower. And I've already pulled the pink one apart. The bigger the flower, the more fluffy her dress will be. And then you'll also need a piece of stiffened lace for the crown. Please refer to my crown tutorial, where I'm actually making a princess crown for a little girl, but in that I show you how to stiffen the lace, and we go through those same steps while we're making the princess crown for our little fairy doll. Then we'll need some acrylic paint and some glitter that matches it in whatever color you would like her crown to be. I have a couple of foam, just craft painting brushes, and some scissors. And then you'll also need a glue gun, and I have mine set on low. It's so much easier to work with if the glue isn't quite as hot. I have some Mod Podge, and we'll be using this for our crown. And then you'll also need anything you'd like to decorate your fairy doll with. So I found this cute trim. I actually found it at IKEA in the wrapping paper section of all places. I'm always on the lookout for cute ways to dress my dolls. You'll need a measuring tape. And let's get started. So we've already got our doll made and she's all dressed. Now I've already taken the flower petals apart from my flower, and I'm just layering them how I want them to lay for her dress. So usually I put the shorter layers on top, the bigger layers underneath, and we want this to be a nice fluffy princess dress. And just to get an idea of how it's gonna lay, I'm going to slide it onto my doll to just kind of get a look and see if I want to add more or take off a few of the petals. I generally don't use all of the petals when I'm doing a flower this big. It just depends on how fluffy I want her dress to be. Now, if you're new to making fairy dolls with me, you'll want to click back to my basic fairy doll tutorial where I go through the step-by-step instructions on how to dress your doll. But now that I have those arranged the way I want them, I'm going to set them aside and grab this cute little lace flower trim. And I'm just taking a little piece of it, and using my glue gun, I'm just going to attach it in the front with a tiny dab of glue, and then use 2 more little dabs of glue in the back. And this just gives her dress a really pretty embellishment that looked very princessy to me. And now that I have that part done, I'm going to grab the flowers that I had set aside and dress my doll. And then using my glue gun, I'm going to put little dabs of glue in between all of the layers to hold her dress together. And then anywhere else that I kind of want it to lay down, I will go back through and add more dabs of glue. Now I'm going to style my doll's hair. So I put a small dab of glue right at the top by the floral wire and push the head up towards the hair to hold it into place. And normally I loop the thread up and around to give her a nice full pretty hairstyle. But with this one, I'm just smoothing it down on both sides. And using my glue gun, I put a small dab of glue on each side and just kind of press the embroidery floss down. And we're going to be creating a really pretty braid in the back. So I've got a little dab of glue on each side holding that down, and then I'm going to put another dab of glue right in the back to hold that middle section of hair down. And remember, just use small dabs of glue. You don't want too much. If you ever do get too much glue, just grab your hairdryer. The heat from the hairdryer will actually melt the glue so it won't show as much. And then I'm going to take a piece of the embroidery floss I used for her clothing, and I'm going to tie it in a double knot, so left over right, right over left, and create a ponytail. Don't cut off the ends of the thread, and you'll notice I have 2 long pieces of the pink thread hanging down. We're actually going to braid these into her braid. So smooth out the hair. I cut off all the funky little pieces at the end. Make it nice and even so it's easy to braid. And then I'm going to incorporate those 2 pieces of pink thread into 2 pieces of the braid. And then as you braid, you see these cute little pieces of pink in her hair. And when I get to the end, I'm going to grab some more thread and tie it off. And then I give those a little trim, and I kind of left a little bit hanging down there. And today you have this pretty little princess hairdo. Now this part is totally optional. I have some glitter spray that I took, and in my garage I sprayed her skirt with some glitter. And now we're gonna make the crown. So you'll want to refer to my tutorial where I show you how to make a princess crown. I will teach you how to stiffen the lace and turn it into this cute little sparkly crown. So measure off about 3 inches of the lace, and then what you'll be doing is overlapping the lace. So I've got my design in the lace, and I'm going to overlap it in the back. So when I'm done, my crown will be about 1 inch in diameter, and this lace is about a half an inch high. Then what you'll want to do is grab the paint that you've chosen. So after it's all stiffened and dried, grab the acrylic paint you've chosen, and I just put a little dab of glue right on top of the lace, and using my foam brush, you want to press it into the lace. Now you don't want to get too much of the glue because it will fill in the little tiny details of the lace. And once that has dried, take your Mod Podge, and we're going to add some more glue to the lace, and this will help us put the glitter on. So the glitter will adhere to the lace. So after I've got my layer of Mod Podge, I'm going to take some glitter and sprinkle it over the top and gently press it in. And don't worry, I'm pouring all of that glitter back in so I'm not wasting it. And you have this cute little sparkly piece of lace. And now we're going to overlap it in the back with a little dab of glue, and you can see we have this sparkly little crown. And the very last step is to crown your princess. And that's it, guys. You have a princess fairy. Now, if you want to add some sweet little wings to your fairy doll, please check out one of my fairy wing tutorials where you can add a pair of wings to her as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I truly appreciate your support. Please check out some of my other tutorials on my website, untidyartist.com, or on my YouTube channel. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. I have a lot of fun holiday tutorials coming up. And give this a thumbs up if you liked it. We'll see you next time.